This small blinking LED light, set in the center of a contact lens, may just be the beginning of a new way of looking at the world. It is one of the first examples of the smart lens, a new breed of contact lenses that can do much more than just improve vision. Some researchers and companies around the world are developing this technology, adding useful gadgets onto what was once simply an alternative to glasses. One group, led by Dr. Daniel Kohani of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Children's Hospital of Boston, has developed a lens that delivers drugs directly to the surface of the eye.
So basically, it's a contact lens that you would place on your eye like any other contact lens, except the difference is that in this case, the contact lens has a medication inside of it and slowly releases the medication to your eye.
People have been talking about and developing drug-eluting contacts for decades, but for a variety of reasons, there are none currently available.
That may soon change. In one test, their contact lens was able to deliver antibiotics to a sample for a period of over 100 days.
So this contact lens could be used to treat perhaps glaucoma, intraocular or topical infections, such as a corneal ulcer. It could be also used to treat inflammation in the eye. In theory, it could also be used to treat something such as macular degeneration, which can cause blindness.
Dr. Kohani and Dr. Ciolino's method is to embed their drugs in a polymer, which then sits like a sandwich inside the contact lens material called hydrogel.
Basically, the drug is trapped inside this, both the hydrogel and the polymer disc, rather like a fly in amber, or actually very much like the red coloring in Jell-O, and it just very slowly releases over time.
The cloudy polymer containing the drug is kept in a ring around the pupil, so normal vision is not impaired. Then, carried by tear fluid, the drug simply permeates into the eye. This lens is currently undergoing further testing, and it has a while yet before it appears on the market. But their work shows that there is space on the contact lens for innovation, and the possibilities go well beyond the passive administration of drugs.
One can envision really high-tech things where, for example, you would have a contact lens resting on the cornea that would be able to sense many parameters of the eye beneath it. You could have, text start to appear on the surface. I think it's fair to say that these kind of very science fiction-y concepts are within our grasp. It really comes down to good science, a good reason to make something in a sound business plan.
Dr. Babak Parviz and his team at the University of Washington have been attempting some of these high-tech feats, fashioning their contact lenses with electronic accessories like biological sensors and wireless transmitters. The goal? To monitor health.
It actually turns out that a lot of indicators that are present in the bloodstream also are present on the surface of the eye.
Dr. Parviz's team is starting by looking at levels of sugar.
So we've been able to build glucose sensors that can be incorporated into flexible polymer substrates. We have been able also to show we can make very small radio and control circuitry that can fit on a contact lens and can interface with that sensor and send out the information that the sensor has collected wirelessly to the outside world.
Here's an example on a flat surface. The antenna harvests wireless power from a nearby device, like a cell phone, and the silicon circuit transforms it to a stable voltage. Then the sensor outputs an electrical current proportional to the amount of glucose it detects on the surface of the eye. This data is returned, analyzed, and sent back to an external device. In theory, this approach could be used to read many aspects of the body's chemistry, or even to detect amounts of bacteria and virus. But it's their other stream of work that touches on the science fiction.
The second area of interest to our group is trying to build contact lenses that incorporate the display. So you could wear these lenses as you would wear normal lenses pretty comfortably throughout the day, with the added benefit that they can show you information.
Building a heads-up display in a contact lens could fundamentally change the way humans perceive and interact with their world. Dr. Parviz and his team are still in the very early stages, but they've made the first steps. This example has 1 pixel, a small blue dot, powered and controlled by radio waves from the device below.
So what we can do today essentially is 1 pixel on a contact lens that we can reliably control. Off contact lens, we've gone up to 8 pixels. And we've been able to also light up very basic text on a contact lens that's still out of focus. So focus is another issue that we're addressing.
For the display to work, its pixels must be shrunk, arranged and focused, and then balanced or programmed to keep a steady image on a rapidly moving eyeball. In other words, many challenges remain.
We are very far from high-definition display in a contact lens that can show you complete videos, but we're making solid and steady steps towards having a complete display.
Dr. Parviz's work, along with Dr. Grahane's and others, is promising. Contact lenses will get smarter, but fully fledged displays and medical sensors are still in very early stages. The futurologist Michio Kaku, whom we interviewed earlier in 2011, makes his living by looking at the very long term. And he sees smart lenses becoming as common as smartphones are today.
In the next 20 years, the internet will be in our contact lens. We will simply blink and we will be online. And when I look at you, I will see your biography right next to you because my contact lens will identify who you are. You will always know who you are talking to, and if you speak to me in Chinese, no problem. I see Chinese subtitles translated into English underneath your picture.
Are you ready?
Kaku's vision may sound broad, but it is based on the very research that is currently going on in labs, like Dr. Parviz's. So if one blue pixel could one day lead to many, what might the world look like behind a computer screen in your eye? We can only speculate. But perhaps something like this. Information from the web could be layered onto almost anything we look at. It will then be up to the smart lens users of the future to determine what is relevant and what to ignore.